It is Thursday, January 15th, 2015. Welcome, everyone, to episode 15, or episode 19, I should say, of the, a lot of 15s in there. Episode 19 of the OG Cast, your clan podcast for the original Guardians. My name is Mike. You can find me on Xbox Live. I am mikerocksmore, and we got the crew back together here, so welcome, everybody. Let's get to them now. First off, we got NastyDestroyer. Nick, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Welcome back.
Thanks, guys. Glad to be back.
Excellent. Next up, we've got Keith. How's it going this week?
Not too bad, just playing some Iron Banner right now, trying to get those gauntlets. It's really the only piece that I need in Destiny to hit 32.
Excellent, excellent. And last but not least, we've got Franz. How's it going?
Yeah, good. How's it going? Yeah. Still trying to search for that Galahorn. Hopelessly. Other than that, yeah, maybe one day. Other than that, just getting ready for hard mode next week.
Yeah, we'll definitely get to that in a little bit here. But first off, let's kind of mix things up a little bit this week. And seeing as we're all kind of back here, let's talk about the year that was. Let's kind of have a little review of 2014, and obviously it was our first year as a clan together here. So Nick, why don't you tell us your thoughts on our first few months here and what we're looking forward to in the new year here.
So yeah, we're definitely looking forward to this year and expanding the clan into other games and just kind of building from where we started at with Destiny, and we moved into Call of Duty, and we're going to keep expanding. And do we really want to talk about Division and where we're going to go with that?
Yeah, we've been talking a little bit behind the scenes about maybe adding the Division into the roster here. I know I'm definitely kind of looking forward to that game, so it's definitely something that we're, I think, looking into, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, yeah. No, that's definitely a game we're looking into, and
It seems like a good fit for clan support, assuming that they have really robust tools to let us manage a clan.
Definitely.
Yeah. Cool. There's just not a lot of information out yet on it, but it looks very promising, and it looks like a great addition to the clan.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we want to definitely expand into, Halo is definitely something we're going to get into. I know Sam's talked about, recruiting already, starting early for Halo 5, and then also kind of backtracking into Master Chief Collection, because she's still avidly playing that. I know quite a few of us have kind of given up on that, but, I know, I'm pretty sure everybody here played the beta for Halo 5, and we're pretty impressed, most of us, so yeah, we're definitely looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Halo 5. I think it's definitely going to be a hit in the Halo community.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it seems like just to go back to, I guess, Master Chief Collection, new update, I think, came out today, I think I saw, or at least in the very near future. I think some of the Halo 4 multiplayers coming in are being reintroduced now, and as well as some other stuff as well. So they keep adding new stuff back into there. So
yeah,
it's definitely a good thing.
They haven't given up on it, even though some of us have.
Yeah, I know that there's supposed to be an update said later this week. I hope so. I imagine probably tomorrow to the Master Chief Collection, but I imagine they're going to pick up on the weekly cadence like they were before holidays until it's fixed. There's still ways to go with it.
Well, time will tell.
Yeah.
Seem to be saying that a lot with that game, but
yeah.
Fingers crossed. All right, well let's look back here for a minute here, and let's talk about some of our favorite games of 2014 here. And I think just for, well, I know, personally, I didn't get my Xbox until March. So I guess we kind of include games kind of from launch of consoles up to the end of 2014. So why don't we talk about that? What our top 3 games were? Would anyone like to venture their picks out first there? Or?
Yeah, I can go first.
Go ahead.
So yeah, I knew we were going to do this. So I mean, I know I was looking back at the games that I played, and I think that the 3 were pretty easy for me. I think that Sunset Overdrive was probably one of my top 3 that I played. I think that it's a very unique game that I think adds a lot to the Xbox catalog, and it's very different than anything else that's come out. And I think that they did a good job at making it that unique gameplay element, as well as its self-aware humor that isn't stupid. So they seem to have done a really good job with it.
Yeah,
things about it.
I just started playing it. I like the humor in it. It's funny. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Borderlands humor.
Yeah, it does a little bit. My only complaint with that is like you don't get all the movement stuff right away. You have to keep playing to get all the different movement abilities, and one of them is like an air dash, and that really changes everything. So you have to put a couple hours in before you really unlock all the movement stuff, but after that it becomes really fun just to traverse around the city.
Cool.
My second one is Child of Light. It's kind of this weird, obscure one that I don't know if any of you have played it.
You stole actually one of mine. I was going to say that.
You were going to say Child of Light?
Yeah, I love.
Yeah,
I love JRPGs.
Yeah, it's a JRPG, and it which I don't even think it was made in Japan, right? It's just Ubisoft.
It's the
But
style.
yeah, it's the style, and I'm typically not a JRPG fan, and it's not really grindy, which is great. It has a great art style that's very different, very unique, and I think the writing was different, and it had some memorable characters. But I'm not usually into like turn-based games like that, but that really, I don't know, it was really compelling. That's probably the only game I've ever gotten 1,000 gamer score on.
Yeah. I mean, I also liked. It was good. I had the girlfriend sit down and control the little light character.
Yeah.
Get her involved a little bit, but yeah, it was a fun game.
Yeah. And I think my third one that I had was Destiny. I feel that I put so many hours into it. I feel just obligated. I have to include it. Like there's no way that I could be playing a game for that many hours and it not be good enough for me to at least get that mention.
I hear you.
They obviously have done something right to make that addictive formula. All the downfalls that it has, that about the story and lack of multiplayer options and things like that. I think that there's still something to be said about that addictive attribute that it has.
I agree, and I think as fans, I think we're allowed to be critical of it, because we're the people who put the time in to play it. We know what's wrong with it.
Sure.
We don't complain just for the sake of complaining. We're not trolling anything here. We put the time in. We know what's wrong, and we would like to see some of these things fixed. Because we want to keep playing the game. And that's at least my take on the negativity aspect of it, anyways. Because Destiny is definitely on my list as well. So. All right, Franz, you want to go next, or?
Well, two of mine were said.
I know, isn't this? It's messed up, man. Two of mine were said. Screw this, man. We ain't doing all right, go ahead.
To me, those were really the two that popped out, and I can't really say I played much of anything. I guess Shadow of Mordor. I would put up there.
Ooh.
I thought was a really great game.
Awesome.
I was a big Assassin's Creed fan. I did not play this one
This one's
because
terrible.
I'm just done with the yearly. Yeah, the yearly franchise I'm kind of done with.
It's the worst Assassin's Creed.
But
I just beat the storyline. So.
yeah, I didn't even pick it up. But it had kind of the same mechanics to it, yet I thought the sword play was better, and the features of adding, like if you killed or if a war chief killed you, he got stronger and then promoted somebody else that you might have killed in the past. I thought that was really
amazing.
cool.
Yeah, it was really innovative. Like I love how you'd kill one and then, you'd see him later on in the game. He'd just like all of a sudden show up. It's like, what? I killed this dude, and he looks all mangled or messed up or discolored or. One dude like walked around with a bandage around his head the whole time, and you just see a bloody spot, because I poked his eyes out.
and I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, so it was good to get into that universe, play a really good game. But
somebody has a lot of
other than
background
that,
noise. Is that you, Nick?
Yeah.
Of course.
Nick, you having a party over there?
Shut up!
Perfect. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
All right. Well, I'll go next here. One's already been said. Destiny, of course. That took my top spot for the year, obviously. But my other two are a little different. I guess in my number 3 spot, I'm going with Forza 5 because I used to be PlayStation. I played a lot of Gran Turismo over the years, and that just kind of brought me kind of right back to there, and I really enjoyed playing that. Didn't play it a lot, but it was the little bit that I did do was really fun, and then I'm gonna put that on my list. And
the game was pretty awesome. I didn't play it for very long, but definitely had a lot of potential.
Oh yeah, and the graphics were amazing. Like it was just really good. Driving around, if the sun, driving into the sun, you get the glare. You have the light reflecting off the dash into the windshield and all that. Just very realistic, things. I really like that.
It was a good game.
My number 2 spot is probably going to be a little bit controversial. I'm going with Titanfall because.
Oh, really?
Wow. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it, and I know it's definitely not a popular pick, at least not anymore.
Yeah, it was definitely big when it released.
I think it's. I mean, I hear good things about it now. Like they have a horde mode.
Oh yeah, with all the expansions and shit.
Yeah, like a horde mode with it, and I think it would be kind of fun to play again. But every time I think about it, I play Destiny instead.
I think we're all kind of in that boat because I haven't touched Titanfall in a long time, but it was good, and I think it was very innovative, and I think it's just it was the right game at the wrong time. If it had come out a year or 2 before, it would be one of the biggest first-person shooters out there, I think, because the movement abilities are definitely unique, and even in Destiny sometimes, damn it, I want a wall run sometimes with my hunter.
I mean, I think they have something going for it, and I think that it really could have been, it could have been bigger if they had more content. I mean, that was definitely the biggest, the biggest criticism that game had was the lack of content. They had very solid mechanics, but just not enough substance to back it up and to keep people interested.
Yeah. Well, in their defense, it's a very small startup studio, so I think now that they have the backing, there's a lot of potential for it. And they did add content later on, but people just stopped playing before it came out.
Yeah. So I mean, I think Titanfall 2 is really going to take that base foundation and really expand upon it. And I think that if they add a campaign to it, they're going to draw a lot of people in.
Because they had a decent story. Like, it wasn't great, but the elements that they did in.
Really?
There's a
I
story.
didn't know what the heck it was. I mean, I was on
Well,
one
you know-
side, I fought a bunch of guys, and then I was on the other side.
I mean, there's like warring factions, but I wouldn't say there's any story.
Okay, well, it's got about as much story as Destiny does, but
Setting the bar
But yeah.
low there, Mike.
well, but yeah, like, there is a bit of a story. Like, there is. Granted, it's not a lot,
Yeah.
but the premise is definitely, I think, intriguing enough that they can expand on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they have material to work with to create a story, and hopefully we'll see that in the next game.
So, yeah, so those are my picks, and yeah, again, I didn't really play a lot of other games, to be honest. I have a few downloaded on my Xbox. I just never got around to playing.
So you said Destiny, Titanfall. What was your other pick?
Forza.
Forza. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, Forza Horizon 2?
No, 5. I haven't played Horizon.
Well, Forza 5 came out in 2013.
Yeah, well, I played it this year, so that's why it's on.
Yeah, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. That's a 2014 game.
It's still a relatively new game. It was only 2 months in 2013, so I'm letting it slide. So.
Okay. Well, I disagree, but all right.
Well, I can't really think of anything else that I really played now. So,
All right. What about you, Nick? What have you got?
what's your last one there?
All right, so you want me to go over my top three, right?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
So my top three are definitely going to be in this order. First off is I'm going to go with first place, Dragon Age. Best fucking game, hands down. I've played in a long time. Put over 150 plus hours into the game.
Nice.
Killed
Wow.
every single dragon in the game.
What level do you have to be to take on a dragon?
Absolutely amazing game. The highest dragon I think is like level 23.
What's the lowest dragon?
The lowest one I think is like 13.
Okay.
And you can kill him, anytime after 13 or whatever. I mean, I'm sure there's a couple you can actually cheese, I guess. But I didn't do anything. I did it straight up. I went and killed. As soon as I hit a certain level or whatever, I just got kind of done with all the cinematic stuff, and right before I beat the game, I went and killed all the dragons. Got all the
Nice.
cool loot from the dragons. And then
What do they drop?
Well, they drop all kinds of gear. It just depends. I think it also goes by what your main character is too. Like, 'cause,
Okay.
like I got a shield and awesome like plate helmet, and I'd imagine like if I don't know, because they kind of scaled, and you got different weaponry and different gear from killing all the dragons.
That's
Either way,
interesting.
you can get like the greatest gear from creating stuff from the dragon materials that you get. You get a bunch of materials from killing all the dragons. I think I had that at the end. I had like 100 dragon bones and
Nice.
a bunch of different like scales and stuff like that. But by far, greatest game I played all year.
I put about 35 hours into it, and I'm definitely not even close to being done. But I'm enjoying it so far.
No, I got really hooked into the gameplay, and then doing the cinematics with your companions and kind of learning their story and learning the backstory to where you're coming from and everything. And I played the Castless, which is a dwarf, and he was he started out as a criminal. He was a common thug, like in the Crota or whatever, which is like the band of thieves, and in this world or whatever, and he basically becomes the hero of the entire world, and he becomes this great, wise and powerful man. And I loved, like, I enveloped into that, and I became like this like guy that was all about the Inquisition. I just fell in love with the story. I love those kind of stories. Like, I'm a big Final Fantasy fan. I can lose myself into those kind of games and like start to like feel like it's reality sometimes. It's kind of scary. But yeah, no, I felt like I was the dwarf, and this is how I would do it. And if I was really in his shoes, and I made a couple bad decisions, and I'm like, I'm glad I got a save point so I can go back and fix that. Like, it's so great, you know. You can make a bunch of mistakes, or you can be like, oh man, you know, I wish I'd have done that differently, and you can just turn around and do it differently. So you can kind of make your perfect story or whatever. I mean, obviously there's a story already there, but you can kind of mold it a little bit to where you want it to be, and make your hero be a true champion of the people, and you know, like, and what's awesome too is, and I didn't actually get to participate in this, but the previous games you played, you can mold those stories to your new story.
Yeah, like, I saw that.
Yeah, but I played on the PC version, so I didn't get to bring over my info, or I didn't really feel like bringing all that stuff over. I didn't get into it, but you know, I molded my new story, and you know, I'm ready for the next Dragon Age. So, but yeah, that game is by far the greatest game I played all year. I mean, I put the most hours into that besides Destiny, and it's just a great game. And then I'll go with number 2 as being Sunset Overdrive. I was really impressed with that game. Like, I didn't think I'd like it. You know, I was like, this looks corny as hell, and you know, it looks kind of stupid. And I'm just like, whatever. You know, I got it from GameFly. I was like, sure, I'll try it. I popped it in. The next thing I know, 10 hours later, I'm halfway through the story, and I'm just like, man, I can't put this game down.
Yeah.
It was just so addicting and a lot of fun. Just, you know, just killing or waves and waves of enemies, and with new guns, and you know, changing things up. And I didn't do much of the multiplayer. I didn't really see the point, because there was guys in there that were, you know, just overpowered, and they would go and kill everything. I did some of couldn't do shit.
Yeah, I did some of it. I wasn't that impressed. It didn't have the greatest multiplayer.
Yeah, it's just kind of a grind fest, and
yeah,
it didn't feel like a good multiplayer, but it was a great single player game. And unfortunately, my top 2 games were my top 2 games because they were great single players. I mean, Dragon Age, I didn't even get into the multiplayer. I don't think I played it once. I went to play it and didn't get into it. So, you know, I played Dragon Age just for the single player campaign and just crushed it. And same with Sunset Overdrive. But this will tell you the gap between them. You know, obviously the story is probably shorter and everything, but there's a lot of stuff you can do in Sunset Overdrive. Like, it has a Grand Theft Auto mentality where you can just, you know, you can run around and get all the little tokens and stuff that are hanging around. Like, there's toilet paper hanging out all over the entire map, and you pick it up and you can buy different weapons and things like that. Just a lot of collecting missions you can do. So you can spend, you know, hundreds of hours on it if you wanted to, but, you know, comparing it to Dragon Age, which, you know, you do a lot of collecting and stuff in Dragon Age and kind of grind, and
I mean, it's a very different genre.
Right. But, you know, comparing the two and how much time I put into Dragon Age over, you know, Sunset, there's no comparison. And, of course, I'll go with my third one being Destiny. Even though I've been highly disappointed in the latest expansion and where they're going with it right now. It was such a fun game when we first started playing, and just a total new experience, and while I still love it, it's definitely lower end on the list right now, with me running the Call of Duty clan and everything like that.
I was a little surprised you didn't put Call of Duty on your list.
Yeah.
Well, it's top 5. I'd probably put it as my 4th game, but the storyline wasn't enough for me to go into saying it's top 3. I guess all my top games are going to be those type of games that just like envelope me into them, and just like I can't get away from the story.
You mean like being enveloped?
Envelop. Envelop.
I was gonna let it slide.
Yeah, I let it slide the first time, but I'm like, I don't think we can let this slide twice.
Yeah, you know what I meant. Anyways.
No, I'm just giving you a hard time.
Hey man, I'm frustrated, alright? I'm having a bad night. This Flame Wars crap got me all kinds of frustrated. But yeah, those are my top 3 games. I got nothing else to say. Ready for Dying Light. Comes out in a couple weeks. It looks impressive. Killing zombies.
Well, that kind of segues into our next little thing here. It's definitely a large list of games coming out in 2015. This is obviously Nick just said, Dying Light. You guys got any ones that you're really looking forward to coming up this year?
The Division.
Yeah, The Division is definitely my number one. But I'm also really looking forward to the Tomb Raider. I absolutely love the Tomb Raider reboot, so I'm really excited to see that the next game.
I have a solid list if you guys want to hear it.
I forgot all about that one.
Yeah, mine's Dying Light, Evolve, Witcher. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with the new Batman. Tomb Raider, Final Fantasy, big time Final Fantasy. I can't wait to see what that looks like on the next gen box. Can't wait. Of course, Halo 5.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the next expansion in Destiny. I'll probably get it, even though I was completely disappointed in this one. hoping that they can build a little bit more story and kind of get me back into wanting to actually play the game again and get away from the grind. But we'll see what happens. But I'm not passing off on Destiny just yet because I already spent $100 on that game, so I'm willing to put a little bit more time and effort into it. So
yeah, you don't want to be
man.
Yeah.
Might as well.
It's sunk cost. If you don't like it, move on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do like it. So.
I mean, you mentioned Evolve. Did you sign up for the Evolve beta?
Yeah. No, I didn't get to touch the beta actually.
Yeah, the beta's out right now. I think you can play it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's live.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like an interesting game, but I just know that I'm not going to really get into it.
By the way, all those games I'll probably not buy. I'm just going to buy them. I get 4 games a month, or 4 games whenever I want, basically. Just grab them and put them back. I mean, I went through pretty much every game last year, and I'm going to go through every game this year, too. So.
Yeah, I've only got 3 sure buys right now, and that's, Tomb Raider, The Division, and then Halo.
I don't have any sure buys, but I probably will buy Witcher 3. Maybe Final Fantasy 2. I don't know.
I'm really curious about Witcher 3. Final Fantasy, that franchise has died. There hasn't been a good Final Fantasy. There's a good Final Fantasy game and all.
What? Get out of here.
Did I start something here?
You didn't like 13? You didn't like Lightning and that whole story? That was pretty dope. I mean...
They're too linear. It moved away. Honestly, I thought it was the last really good Final Fantasy.
Which one?
10.
Alright, I'll give you that.
I think after that it was all downhill. And it progressively got worse. I
didn't even finish 10. It just got I just got to a point in 10 that I got stuck and I just gave up.
What are they even up to now for Final Fantasy?
If I get stuck, that drives me harder, man. I gotta
14, I think. 14 or 15, one of those.
Yeah, I think, once you start getting a franchise that gets, beyond 10 games, I think that's when things really start to... Well, you need to put extra in there, and I think that's kind of what they've had to do with Call of Duty, being like, because Advanced Warfare is like the 10th or 11th game of Call of Duty now. You have to start, putting new stuff into it to keep it fresh. So
I agree with that. That's why I believe that this new Final Fantasy is going to be, pretty crazy. It's going to be, a lot newer and fresher and probably a lot different than what we've seen in the past. Which
Yeah.
you know, it always is not always a good thing, but you know, we'll never see the likes of 7 and you know, 8 was a personal favorite of mine as well, but 7 is, you know, every hardcore fan of Final Fantasy's favorite game, I'm sure, and you know, we'll never
6.
see the likes of the storyline of 7 and just rich gameplay and you know,
Did you play 6, Nick?
yeah, I played every single Final Fantasy, but don't, you know, I can't quote you on the characters and stuff like that.
6 was my favorite.
The story for story, I thought 5 was, I think, my favorite. Being I think that was on the NES, right? 5. Shit. Been too many years. But yeah, Final Fantasy is one of my favorite franchises of all time. I always like Square. I'll even play any of the crappy Square Enix games that they created over the years. I'll give them all a chance. Played like Vincent Valentine and Cerberus.
I know that's one that's on my radar is the new Metal Gear Solid, and then this Phantom Pain, that's number 5, and that looks kind of interesting. It's got a lot more open world, which is a lot more of a sort of different take for Metal Gear. So that looks like, you know, it's going to be interesting to say the least. So
I believe it looks good, like, but whatever they gave us, what was that one short game they just gave us?
yeah, Ground Zero.
Ground Zero.
That was, to me, I don't know, I did not like it. I was disappointed, and I thought they were going to give us a bigger taste of the, you know, the open world of what they're going to do with the new Metal Gear, but, you know, I'm definitely going to give it a shot. Of course, you know, like I said, I'm going to probably play damn near every game that there is this year with my GameFly, so. Fonzie, double time. I'll tell you guys, just let me know. I was talking to my friend the other day, and he's like, man, you know, I've been grinding on Destiny, and I need a new game. I was like, dude, Dragon Age, pick it up. You know, 3 days later, he picked it up, and, like, he hasn't stopped talking to me about it since. So, he's like, God, I love this game, man. You were right. Thanks for telling me, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I told you, bro. It's like, yeah, I'm already, like, level 17, and I'm like, damn, man, you're coasting through that game.
Yeah, I might have to pick it up myself once I beat Sunset.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what are you guys currently like into right now? I mean, obviously, I beat Dragon Age, and I sent it back. I'm done with it. I'm sitting on D3. I had a friend, me and a buddy were co-oping it and doing it, and we played Act 1 through 4 all in one night. And
wow, nice.
we've been sitting on Act 5 for 2 weeks straight and haven't touched it. And I want to beat it so I can get it in the mail because, you know, I got other stuff that I want to get. Like, I just got Live, Die, Repeat, whatever the hell that movie is. You know, the Tom Cruise movie. Yeah, I just got that. I just wanted to watch that. But
I actually just bought early access to a PC game called H1Z1. The early access just started today, so if there are any PC gamers out there listening, you know, tweet at Diknak and we'll survive the zombie apocalypse together. But it's a game made by Sony Online Entertainment, you know, that made EverQuest and PlanetSide 2 and a bunch of other MMOs, and it's basically an MMO in a DayZ type setting. So it's kind of like DayZ and Rust combined because there's a bunch of crafting and stuff, more crafting than you can do in DayZ, and it's also on persistent servers, so it's not like DayZ.
Riddle me this: are you going to be creating weapons like, say, like on Dead Rising? You know, like a sledgehammer with a chainsaw on it and shit.
No. It's nothing unrealistic like that.
Okay.
It's a realistic survival. So
That's why
yeah, you start with just your fists and stuff, and if you get like you know, a plank and some scrap metal, you can make a hatchet, and then there are guns, but they're extremely rare to find. So it's most of it is, you know, scavenging stuff and trying to find it, trying to find stuff and then building a base. So you can build a base, and but that can be destroyed by other players or by zombies and stuff. So you have to maintain it. It's really interesting. I'm excited to dive real deep into it. So
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about it, so yeah, I don't really know too much about what it's about, but yeah, just I know it's got zombies, so that's about.
yeah.
Well, that's all you really need to know is there. So. Cool. Franz, you got anything new in the pipeline, or just Sunset and Destiny?
Sunset, Destiny, maybe Dragon Age. Yeah.
Do
Other than that-
whatever. You won't
Other,
be
other than
disappointed.
that, waiting for the Division and Halo 5, really. And nothing else grabbed my attention so far. Yeah.
No, still Destiny mainly for me, and I still keep meaning to finally get into the Master Chief Collection and bang those campaigns out. So hopefully once hard mode's done, I can, because I'm 32 now, so I can do hard, so I can stop the incessant grind for gear, and hopefully get some time to jump into Halo and start getting that put away. Because yeah, been meaning to do it for a long time now. Just Destiny just won't let me go. So, but speaking of which, we have a date for hard mode now. So that's next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific or thereabouts. Bungie's going to let us know a little closer to the time, but that's when hard mode is going to be available. So the race for world number 1 will be on yet again.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I know we'll be trying that Wednesday night.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
Yeah, we pretty much got a team together already. So yeah, we're ready to go. So hopefully. Well, I'm not saying hopefully it's not going to be too hard, because we know it's going to be difficult, but it'd be interesting to see what kind of mechanics that they actually do and introduce. Bungie gave a little bit of a preview, I guess, in the update this week.
What did they say?
Not too much, to be honest, but they did say. Let me see if I can find it here.
I know that they said in the past there'll be new mechanics. A couple new mechanics, I think, is what they said. I didn't hear anything specific, though.
Yeah, so it says, prepare to take better care of your teammates. So I think leaving people behind at the first bridge there out of the abyss, I think you're probably going to have to cross as a team now. Probably it'd be like Vault of Glass, where you can't, if you're dead, you're down to until the wipe or the completion of the section. So
I also I saw on Reddit there was a glitch in somebody's raid where on Crota, after you killed the sword bearer, a gatekeeper spawned.
oh,
And the rumor, well, what people are speculating is that maybe that they're going to add that for the hard mode raid, and that just kind of glitched in there.
just as another threat to deal with, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That would be really hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only other thing they said was the enemies you're about to face are stronger and more prone to temper tantrums. So I don't know what that means, but it should be interesting.
Well, that probably just mean like the heroic or angry modifier is going to be on.
Yeah, most likely.
But I saw Dado had not a suggestion, but an idea that if you start, if your weight of darkness in the abyss gets to 10, that you could maybe start taking damage from it instead of just being just a movement hindrance. It could actually start to hurt you.
That might
So
hurt.
teamwork to get through the lanterns and not die and to keep moving would probably be would take precedence over that. So that's definitely an interesting idea, and that's actually one that I think that Bungie very well could implement. So, but yeah, we'll find out next week. So that's going to be interesting to say the least.
Right on.
Beyond that, I guess we got our look at the weapons. We're getting 4 new primaries: auto rifle, pulse rifle, scout rifle, hand cannon. Want the hand cannon and the scout rifle, it seems.
Yes, sir. Oh, I want them all, but hey.
Yeah, well, you're only going to use the scout rifle and hand cannon.
Unless it's a modifier.
This is true.
Nightfall, yeah.
Yeah, because I think they all do. Do they all do arc damage?
No, 2 do arc. The pulse rifle, scout rifle are arc. The auto rifle is fusion, and the hand cannon's void, which we've been dying for a good void weapon.
Yeah, hand cannon is void, and the auto rifle is solar.
Yep.
Awesome, yeah. And then we got to look at Necrochasm as well. So those of you with Eidolon Ally, you can upgrade that to Necrochasm starting next week as well. And from the looks of it, it's going to be very fast firing, very stable, but you'd probably be better off punching your enemies.
Oh, you can play Clash of Clans online, guys.
Wow.
On the desktop.
Squirrel?
And there it is.
Oh.
Well, we better move on because we've obviously lost Nick here. So
Yeah, we're going long. We need to wrap this up.
all right.
Sorry,
All right,
I was looking through Twitter and stuff and found that. I'm trying to get my clan fixed, man.
Nick,
I'm gonna be so pissed, dude. We've won 3 clan wars in a row. If we lose this one because of this shit, I'm gonna be.
Hey, at least think everybody else is in the same boat as you, so.
I don't think they are, though. I'm not seeing many people freak out like I am. Of course, whatever.
Yeah. At any rate, Clan Wars starts again tomorrow.
Yeah.
So provided that Nick gets his stuff together here, I guess, or gets his app fixed.
They seriously sent an app update down the pipeline less than 24 hours before the next Clan Wars. Ridiculous. It's just stupid.
Well, it seems like Beachhead does have their stuff together, at least behind the scenes. Their servers are at least cataloging everything, because it's not their first app issue.
I'm sure I'm just overworrying myself, and tomorrow they'll probably text me and be like, "Oh, you're good. We'll let you adjust your roster, of course."
Well, at any rate, that starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
So good luck to you.
Well, I need it. As it currently stands.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. It'll be fine. Alright, then one last little bit. Last week for the Halo 5 beta, obviously. I played a little bit earlier in the week, and it just felt very different to me. And maybe just because I hadn't played in a few days, but it just didn't feel the same. Have you guys experienced anything like that? Or are you guys still playing the beta at all? Or
I didn't experience anything like that.
Yeah, I don't know, just yeah,
I think
the
it's
BR
just you.
just felt different to me. So. It could be just me. It could just be me. But yeah, the BR just kind of it seemed to handle just a little differently from what I was used to from before. So again, it could just be a totally subjective thing, but
Too much Destiny, Mike.
I guess so. I guess so.
I feel like playing Halo made me better at Destiny.
Yesterday
Yesterday I had a 6.0 kill death ratio.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm actually better at Destiny now than I am at Halo. I thought that was pretty wild.
Yeah.
I just wish I could get into the multiplayer more. Like, if we had groups of people that would play multiplayer, I would do it. But I tried I don't know how many times to get people to play it, and no one wants to do it multiplayer. So it's like, screw it.
Yeah.
No PvP
Now's
for
definitely
me.
the time. Iron Banner's on, so get in there.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't feel like it.
Yeah. And you got Clan Wars this weekend anyway, so.
It's just no time for anything, man.
So Keith, you're grinding for some gloves, I hear.
What?
You're grinding for some gloves.
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. I'm trying to get those gloves. I have stuff from the raid for the other things, but just need the gloves. I mean, I
How
still
long
need...
is it going to take to grind that?
I don't know. How long is the Iron Banner going?
I think
1 week.
Next Tuesday, right?
Just 1 week. Yeah, next
Just
Tuesday.
1 week.
Damn. I don't even know if I'm gonna hit it in time.
Wow.
That sucks.
Put a bunch of hours into it.
I was tempted to maybe grind and maybe get that hand cannon, but I saw it was like 11,000 glimmer to buy it, and no, I'm not spending my glimmer on that. That'd just be silly, considering I don't even have it to 11,000 right now anyway. So, but I guess I gotta give props to Bungie for making their most useless currency the most valuable one. So, congratulations. Well, I think that will pretty much wrap things up here. You guys got anything you'd like to throw in here before we wrap up for the week?
No. We'll catch up next week and tell you how hard raid went.
Yeah, I'll be excited to hear how many times you died.
I'm an accountant, and I don't think I can count that high.
Just take a screenshot of the death count or whatever.
Yeah, I think we should probably stream that again, Franz, shouldn't we, as well? So.
Yeah, actually, let's put that out there. We'll start streaming it around 10 o'clock on Wednesday on our Twitch channel.
Yeah, we'll get some links out to that. We'll tweet those out and get those out a little closer to the time as well. If you'd like to check out our exploits, check them out, and once we are done, we will get to the video posted to YouTube as we did with with normal as well. Hopefully, it won't take us 11 hours this time.
Hey, if anybody actually sat through and watched the whole thing, good for them. We'll have to give time cues on when we actually beat each part. If you want to actually see a successful run, skip ahead till hour 3.
Well, that's the good thing about the highlights after and uploading those to YouTube. We can just pick and choose the parts that we want. So.
Yeah.
This is our successful attempt. Watch it. Never mind the 100 other ones that came before it. Because it took us a couple nights to get Crota down first time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yep. And
But
now,
yeah,
did they fix the cheese stuff? I
Yes,
never.
they did.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well,
as always, though, new cheeses.
yeah, I was gonna say, not really.
Yes.
Right. Of course.
Fix one, another one comes up. The community has proven itself more than capable of
Destroying everything Bungie creates. Oh yeah.
To put it mildly, yes.
Put it bluntly.
Yeah, and I think with that, that's a good place to end for the week.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Sounds good.
So be sure to check us up. Website, originalguardians.net. Facebook, Original Guardians. Twitter, @OGuardians. Google+, plus Original Guardians. Twitch.tv/Original Guardians is our Twitch. If you would like to catch our hard mode exploits on Wednesday. Links to the update to Bungie update is in the show notes as well. And there's also, we have a trailer for the Call of Duty DLC that's coming on the 27th, I believe. We've got a trailer for that in the show notes as well if you'd like to check that out. There's 4 new maps, new zombies mode coming out as well. I think a new gun as well. Check that out if you like. And with that, I think we will sign off for the week here. So thanks, guys, for being here. Thank you for listening, and we will be back next week.
So long, guys.
All right, see ya.
Have a good week.